What's up, guys? Tony the GM, another quarterback video going back in history. Okay, why the NFL constantly misses on quarterbacks, guys, especially in the past 10, 15 years. Okay, you draft and height, guys. They lack patience to develop quarterbacks. This is Peyton Manning. In today's society, Manning would be considered a bust after his first year. No reason to even continue developing the kid when he was younger. That is the way society works today, and this is why the NFL misses on quarterbacks. When you're drafting a quarterback, you need to realize certain things. Not every quarterback is given the same level playing field in college, guys. You're wasting your time chasing statistics. You really are. You're wasting your time, chasing team-friendly scheme stat production in college. You're wasting your time looking at stat production with high-end NFL caliber support in college, guys. You're wasting your time looking at quarterbacks under 6'2" who don't possess either elite arm strength or elite running ability, guys. Okay? The NFL lacks patience with quarterbacks, the right quarterbacks. Now, since the NFL was started, okay, how many Hall of Fame quarterbacks are there? If you look, the majority of them all fit the same mold. 6'2" plus with elite arm strength. The handful that didn't have elite arm strength had absolutely elite timing and touch. Okay? So if you go back in history, what do these elite arm strength quarterbacks have also? They all needed time to adjust to the pros, guys. Now, if you can't realize that every quarterback is dealt a different hand in college, and you're just chasing, you're just throwing darts at quarterbacks, you're never going to get the position right, guys. If you put in a first round pick on a quarterback, you're looking for a 15-year franchise starter. If you're looking for a scheme fit, now why the NFL misses? It's continuously the same exact thing, guys. Okay, I could regurgitate the same information over and over and over. You're looking for elite toolbox and traits of things quarterback A could do that quarterback B can't. That's one of the first things that stick out. Okay, clear-cut difference in what you could do what a quarterback like Manning compared to Mateer. Okay, it's a clear-cut difference. Number two, you need to look at high-end NFL skills in college, guys, not statistics. The main things that stick out with an NFL quarterback is from college, looking at him in college, is the ability to maneuver in the pocket, the ability to extend plays with his head up, the ability to make every throw with ease, the ability to just adjust the throw to match the play is huge. The ability to handle pressure. Do you see high-end plays? Do you see pressure plays in crunch time? These are the questions you need to be looking at. Now, I clearly state which quarterbacks have a chance and which quarterbacks don't, guys. Okay? If you go back in history and look at the bust, they normally have the same exact things. The overhyped disasters. Okay? You can't draft just a toolbox, guys. You need to go back to Parcells a little bit. Times changed since Parcells. Okay? But he's looking at the 4-year starter, not 1 year of film. Well, what's up with Anthony Richardson? He's not drafting him. Okay? He's not. The NFL chasing toolboxes, right? Fields. Anthony Richardson's another one. It's consistently, you can't teach a quarterback to do certain things, guys. This is why the NFL makes mistakes. Now, going back, right, this past year, you need to look for reasons not to draft a quarterback when you're evaluating a quarterback. Okay? You need to put the proper value on the quarterback. Now, I'm going to use Mendoza as the perfect example. Height and weight, they're okay, they're fine. Arm strength. Kid's longest air yard throw is 47 air yards on the same type of play. Ability to hit the route tree. He has 3 types of throws outside the numbers consistently. The same thing over and over. Short verticals, timed anticipation out patterns, and timed back shoulder throws. Could he maneuver in the pocket? He maneuvered in the pocket once in 4 years. Or 3 years. Once. Okay? Does he extend plays with the pass? No. Not at all. Okay? Are there positives? He doesn't extend plays with the pass. He second progression, he loses it. He's not the same quarterback as first read. He has a ton of timing on first read against college level, defenses. He struggled against the higher end defenses with lack of separation. Most of what he did in college, didn't work in a Miami game. He does have a handful of positives, which are his work ethic. He's really, really smart. Anyone who can master those 3 type of throws consistently, okay, is a quarterback that has a legit chance, guys, okay, to learn other things. But if you don't have patience with Mendoza and you do the same exact thing, you're never getting a quarterback, guys. You're not. Okay? This is why the NFL misses. Mendoza was not number 1 pick in the draft material. Okay? Let's take it to the next one. Cam Ward. Okay? First pick in the draft. Arm talent is there. He has enough arm. Size is fine. You got to look for reasons not to draft a quarterback. Kid can't process past his first read. He was undraftable his first 4 years, guys. Okay? He works really hard on he could throw a ball when he does see the play. Okay? But his second progression, third progression, decision making has a very high level turnover worthy plays. Under pressure, he goes to schoolyard ball. Okay? This isn't, he could throw a football well. But the decision making is not there past the second progression, guys. Now, could you mask some of it? Yes. A good offensive coordinator could get him good looks and create statistics. But he's going to cost you games, guys. He's not a high-level number 1 prospect. Now, this is consistent with all the tape, guys. Now, the issue with the NFL, I'm going to Josh Allen next, guys. Okay, I made a mistake on Josh Allen. I wasn't actually doing quarterback evaluations, but I fell for the same exact thing that the typical fan falls through. His horrible footwork, he He's horrible. His mechanics are horrible. Can't throw with touch. He's undraftable. Look at his statistics from his first NFL career, his first NFL year. Why the NFL misses on quarterbacks and why they draft bust guys. Now you look for reasons not to draft quarterbacks. It's that simple. You don't look at highlights. You don't look at statistics. You don't listen to experts who show you 2 or 3 plays on ESPN saying, look how great a quarterback is. Now, I have time on my hands because I'm retired, so I could go look at every play a quarterback ever made. If the NFL isn't spending 300-400 hours per quarterback to evaluate them, hours, guys, you're never going to get it right. If you don't eliminate certain things, I mean, somebody brings up statistics with a quarterback that aren't advanced statistics, I'm kicking them out of the room, guys. Literally. Okay? College win-loss means nothing. You know, what certain types of quarterbacks, because your system, especially in today's environment with NIL and the playing field not being equal, and you're having one quarterback throw to 3 future Hall of Fame receivers with a great offensive line, you know, you're missing it, guys. Now, I could ramble on and on. What have I learned? You're starting with the frame, or you're starting with elite athletic ability below 6'2". You could basically eliminate everybody else. Any other one considered a top by others. You take a look to see if he has elite anticipation and elite timing and elite touch. Okay, absolutely elite with high-end NFL plays, the ability to hit pressure. Don't even waste your time, guys. Now, I'm only taking a look at 2 quarterbacks this year who don't meet my criteria. I don't think Carr is over 6'2" or has an elite arm. And I don't think Josh Hoover is 6'2", okay? I think he's under 6'2", and I don't believe he has an elite arm. Okay, but I did see a lot of high-end NFL stuff. Also, Cignetti said that he has high-end NFL quarterback in him. Okay, he clearly stated that Mendoza was a project because he needed work with in the pocket, but he did say that Josh Hoover had some NFL talent in him, which is the reason I'm still looking at the quarterback. Now, other than that, I'm eliminating everybody, guys, other than certain quarterbacks. Now, the patience factor is a key. If you think that every quarterback is ready, if you can't factor in the fact that Simpson was coached by a college coach his whole life and had very high-end quarterback skill training, okay, and is advanced in certain things that other quarterbacks, if you can't factor that into your evaluation, you shouldn't be evaluating quarterbacks, guys. Okay? If you want to make your job easier as the only thing for drafting a quarterback, don't draft a quarterback. Now, taking the time to build certain things with younger quarterbacks, that's what's lacking in the NFL. You know, and it's consistent. You know, it took me 2 seconds to look through the Zach Wilson hype, the Ty Simpson hype. You know, it took me not even 3 seconds to look through that. And I'm saying Simpson before he even plays a snap in the NFL. Okay? There's a lot of quarterback safety net places to go play in the NFL. You know, Breeze started out, he went to Peyton, and they built something great together. 6'2" and under, he did have advanced touch. He did have advanced processing. He did have, he really got rid of the ball. He had a very quick delivery. And he was a perfect system fit with his coach. That's very rare, guys. There's certain locations where you could put a quarterback in, and he could succeed much more, okay, statistically, like San Francisco or Denver. So why are you drafting the same things in college, guys? Okay? Why are you drafting Oregon State quarterbacks consistently who don't have certain traits on film? You know, I could regurgitate the same thing. It's like I'm a broken record. Uh, the NFL constantly misses. It's because they are overdrafting toolboxes, or they are overdrafting stats and hype. They're not looking at the time needed to develop a real NFL quarterback, guys. You start with what can a quarterback do that other quarterbacks can't do, and what has a quarterback shown me? And that's why the NFL misses. I mean, I see comments now that a quarterback played 10 games and he's the worst historical quarterback in history, with no chance of development, no chance of being good. Basically, childish comments, not understanding the game. Why is this consistent? Why can't you realize that if you give a quarterback a great offensive line, great support, a great scheme, great receivers and playmakers, that he is going to produce better than if he did not have that? It really isn't complicated. Why can't we understand that all quarterbacks are not all plug and play and need development? Okay? If Drew Mestamaker gets drafted and he has a horrible first year statistically, all you guys are going to do is say the kid's horrible and not give him a chance to mature. Right? So you're looking at I brought up Josh Allen for a reason. He needed time. Now, going back in history, here's the issue that I have. Hall of Fame quarterbacks, okay? Aikman. Horrendous as a rookie. What is he? 6'4", big time arm. Bradshaw, okay? Completed 38% of his passes as a rookie. What does he have? Height, big time arm. Elway, really? He had a 5.4% interception percent, I believe, as a rookie. Okay, what does he have? Absolute cannon, 6'3". Brett Favre, he sat a while, right? What does he have? You know, he's 6'2" with an absolute cannon. Okay, Jim Kelly, what does he have? Okay, this is Hall of Fame, guys. What does he have? 6'3", absolute cannon. Peyton Manning, again, okay? 28 interceptions his rookie year. What does he have? 6'5". Now, he had two different arm strengths, guys. When he came up, he had a 70-plus yard arm, and he was injured, and he struggled towards the end of his career. But what does he have? A plus arm. Dan Marino, what does he have, guys? 6'4", absolute cannon, okay? Warren Moon, what does he have? 6'3", absolute cannon, okay? Ken Stabler, what does he have? 6'5", absolute cannon. Now you're going to add an Aaron Rodgers because he's probably going. Now let's go to the other side. Who doesn't meet that criteria, okay? There's only a handful in history of football, guys. Okay? Joe Montana was highly supported. He was 6'2". He didn't have high-end arm strength. Okay, but he had something in him. He also had elite accuracy, not statistical 68% throwing at 2 yards per, you know, not today's fake stat accuracy. Okay, he had real time accuracy. There's a difference, guys. Okay, he had timing, everything you need to see in a quarterback. What does Brady have, guys? It's the same thing. Brady built himself up athletically. What did he have? Timing, guys. Anticipation. Learned the game. Student of the game. Okay? Uh, Loved the game. He studied it. He could tell you he was the most prepared quarterback in history. Keep on going. I mean, Kurt Warner is one of the only quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame without a huge arm, but the same exact thing applies. He has the height, but he had elite timing, anticipation, ability to handle pressure. Okay, you're not looking. Okay, you're not looking for the right things in a quarterback, guys. Now the thing is, finding the next Brady. If anybody's going to be the next Brady, it's going to be it's going to be Mendoza or J.J. McCarthy. Okay? I just said it, guys. If anybody. Brady is a statistical, he's abnormal. Okay? It only comes down to work ethic and learning the game, being a student of the game. Mendoza has a lot of that in him. So, would I have put a high-end pick on Mendoza? I don't think so. The same thing with McCarthy. If you're not noticing what I just stated with the huge arm quarterback needing time and statistically starting out horrible, you're missing it, guys. Okay, you're looking at a quarterback here that struggled in Allen for the same exact reason that McCarthy struggled. But the patience level of the typical NFL, wanted everything handed to them fans who can't realize that certain quarterbacks need time to develop will lead to the exact same failures consistently. Now, bringing it up to the 27 draft, I already said I'm out on the majority of quarterbacks. The only quarterbacks I'm looking at that don't meet my direct criteria are Carr and Hoover. I am doing a hard look at Manning and Menza, Mayava, the South Carolina quarterback, okay, is big on my list. I am, I'm not even thinking about certain quarterbacks, guys. And it's consistent with what I've learned over time. I'm not chasing statistics, okay? I'm not. Now, Darian Menza, I'm definitely taking a hard look at. Maker, Sellers, okay? I'm taking a look at. The last one I'm taking a peek at that I'm going to keep open for the next draft after that is Lindsey, because he has a little bit of, and I'm taking a peek at the athletic quarterback like a Lagway. The athletic big time toolbox, Lagway, Levitt is getting some type of luck in Levitt. And I think Bailey needs a hard luck. If anybody's going to be able to sneak in there, would be Bailey. So I eliminated a lot of quarterbacks, guys. that that typical NFL is going to go, you know, NFL fan is going to be like, oh yeah, wow, he's great. There's reasons, guys. Okay? Now, sadly, if you don't learn from history and you continue to make the same mistakes, today's society wants a win now without putting in the work, guys. Literally, okay? They're more of a video game society where they think that if you're a finished product and you can't grow, you could teach certain quarterbacks certain things like Josh Allen, but you will never be able to teach certain things or have certain things done by certain quarterbacks who don't have the skill level, guys. It's not, if you don't see certain things which I mentioned previously in a quarterback's college film, like maneuvering in the pocket, buying time, high-end NFL throws after this, their first read, running with their eyes open, making continuation plays, big-time pressure plays, especially in points of games. If you don't see that, that's not your guy, guys. It's not. If you can't find a quarterback processing, you know, I'm going to take it to Will Howard versus Aller. Will Howard, guys, seriously, loaded roster in Ohio State. He had 5 NFL receivers. He had an NFL running back, right? NFL tight end. Numerous NFL offensive linemen go through that. What are you looking at, guys? What's his longest air yard throw? What is he after his first clean pocket, college open receiver? You know, what happens after that's taken away from him? Okay, you didn't see the horrific underthrow to I believe Smith, was it? Okay, or you know, you don't see the missed throws and interceptions and interception worthy, turnover worthy plays after the first read because he can't process, or his very, very limited arm strength, which is on film, okay, you're going to miss, guys. So don't buy the hype, put away the box scores. You need to put some hard time looking at these quarterbacks. You need to look at special skills, okay, special plays. Things that a quarterback could do that other quarterbacks can't, guys. Okay? Take care.